I actually don't remember who taught this model, and I actually don't know what it's called anymore, and I'm not very impressed by it. So there were a lot of ahs and ohs on this model because of the shape, basically. I mean, you've got exactly the same look on both sides, and it's like, you know, 4 triangles, and there's a color change and whatever. So yeah, I don't remember who showed that. I don't remember who designed it. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. But what else did I fold? So I folded a sitting cat designed by Brill. I actually folded that on the bus on my way back to Oxford, and not too bad for a first try, or maybe second try, because I started one and then couldn't finish it because I didn't have time, and in the bus I just started with new paper, and I never actually finished this. Maybe I will, but probably I'll just chuck it away and take a new paper. Yeah, so I shouldn't put those in the box, else I'll get confused. Then I bought a book, which I'll quickly talk about in a second, and I folded a koi from that book, which is, you know, a fish, and looks very nice, I guess. And I'll talk about this in a second again. Then there's this Kawasaki Rose I folded. Basically, I bought new paper, and I always get excited when I get new paper. So I had to fold something, and I decided to fold a Kawasaki Rose. This is craft paper, and kind of expensive, but beautiful to fold with. Actually rather thick. I think this might be nice for wet folding, actually. So I might try that sometime. And another Kawasaki Rose, because I had to try and fold the Kawasaki Rose on cheap paper first, so I wouldn't screw it up on the more expensive paper. And then there were giveaways. So there's 2 roses, and both were folded by Ricky Donacci, but actually I can't tell you. One of them was folded with one hand, and one of them he folded with using both of his hands, and I can't really tell much of a difference, but there you are, 2 Kawasaki Roses. They actually have, you know, some green bits down here. I've never folded that version, and these are falling apart slightly. I've got to fix them a bit. So I might just unfold this and then reverse engineer this Kawasaki Rose and show it to you. I'm not sure yet. Might do, might not. And then there was Marco Hanlon, who wanted to show me a dragon, but we didn't find the time in the end, so he just gave me this one he folded when showing it to someone else, because I guess at that time I was in the session. And you know, he told me, just take this, reverse engineer, and then you have your dragon too. And I'm not sure if I should unfold this. I have done a bit already to kind of check, so this should actually be interlocked. So he's got a couple of locking mechanisms in here that prevent the model from looking strange, I guess. And yeah, that's that. And I got a butterfly from someone, and please don't tell me who. I have no idea. She just had a box full of butterflies and gave them to random people, and I got one of them. But I have no idea what her name was. but she was very nice. and finally, there was this guy called Giles. I think his surname is Towning, but I'm not sure. And he gave out these small boxes, and inside there's a tape measure, an origami tape measure. So you can pull this out and turn it around. You can see there's numbers on here, and then you can just twirl it back in, and that's your origami tape measure. It's not quite just pure origami, because you've got a small wooden stick here. Actually, no, it's not a wooden stick. It's just paper rolled very tightly. So that's okay, I guess. Well, a box with tape inside and probably some nice locking mechanism. But very nice idea, and looks fabulous. Right. So I wanted to talk to you about the koi. So, and this is linked to this book I bought. I'll show you. Origami Design Secrets by Robert Lang. I've been wanting to get this book for quite some time, but I haven't. So at the origami convention I just couldn't resist the temptation, and Robert also signed it for me. You can see here some writing. That's to Sarah, Robert Lang, BOS 40th, Cambridge, UK, 8th of September 2007. So he wrote 9/8/07, so I just had to quickly think, is it August or no, September. But yeah, and if you look on the cover, you can see these awesome looking fish. You can see it on the back too. Just looks beautiful. And guess what? That's this koi. But before you start folding the koi, or maybe you fold it and then unfold it, you kind of do these scales. So what I practiced is one scale. You can see this is one scale, and well, you can see there's parts of the next scales too. And then I tried a couple of more scales. You can see that. It looks kind of scaly. Yeah. And the back actually looks like this. You kind of have these small squares, which kind of looks cute. And then I did this many scales. So you can see here, there's one scale, and there's a couple of those. So this was 1, this is 4, this is 16, and then I started doing, I guess, 32 or 64, I'm not sure, probably 64. And I was doing all these folds on the bus, and that's about when I arrived in Oxford, so I didn't continue with this one. But anyways, the thing is, I want to fold this koi with scales, and it's my project, and I've set a goal. I want to be able to fold this koi, including scales, within a year. So I'll see if I can accomplish that, because it's not that easy to fold these scales, and according to this book you'll need about 700 of those, and these are still quite huge. And really, I don't want to make a fish that's like this big, you can't see my arms anymore, but maybe this big, so the scales have to be tiny. So I have to practice them, and I just have to find the time for that. But I started practicing already. You can see, even I have to practice just basic folds before I attempt something.